A number of years ago now, 2 years ago, I began searching the franchise market.
I wanted to look into owning my own business, and had heard the AlphaGraphics name being in the industry.
We wanted to incorporate a partner to help us with the training and with forward thinking, and so that's when we decided 3 years ago to go with AlphaGraphics.
Loved what they were about. They were one of the only growing print franchises that existed at the time, and I believe that's still the case today.
The industry has changed. I was no longer able to keep a competitive advantage to over my competition by myself. I needed a network of people to work with me on technology, on how things are done nowadays.
So it was important that I had a franchise to rely upon that could give you an operating manual to kind of begin with, that could put an operating partner feet on the street with you to kind of say, a little more of this, a little less of this. I've seen this 20 times. The winners do this, the losers do this.
I always needed that support system. That's what I signed off for with AlphaGraphics.
Knowing that the support is there and using it is really important, and reminding my employees of that. Instead of spending an hour and a half trying to fix something that doesn't work quite right, call support.
There was that support structure. How can we help, right? The advice, looking over documents, right? All of that is invaluable.
So we can go to them for technology management. We can go to them for management. We can go to them for marketing.
And having the network as well with us of AlphaGraphics and my peer group and my peers have been outstanding. It's just been tremendous.
I had maybe 2 or 3 people that I used to network with, and now I have numerous people that I can basically pick up the phone, call, talk to them about something pretty deep as far as the effect on my business is concerned, and expect a thoughtful answer from them.
We now are looking at things in visual communications saying, you know what, we could do that. Where before we were either going, how do we do it? How do you figure out? Where do you go? Even, what do you do? We can go to a client and say, we can do this, here's how.
Well, the royalty rate is there, but we decided early that we were going to make AlphaGraphics work for it, because you have to account for that percentage that's gone from your revenue every month. And we have, and they've been great. I mean, I would say that we get more than we expected out of what we're paying each month, and we continue to do so.
It's not that 1% when you first convert, then 2%, and then 3%, but look at the worst case scenario. How much am I going to end up paying? All right, so probably what, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000? It's as good as hiring somebody. That's what my thought was. I'm going to hire somebody for $70,000 a year, and you know what? I have a whole team behind me. Not one person, I have 270 centers.
The few percent that we pay AlphaGraphics is well worth it.
We were 100% commercial print just 4 years ago, 100%. Now less than 50% is commercial printing in a 4-year period. So that's how much we've diversified.
So now we're still at the same place. We changed our name, we changed our decor. We're still the same people, but we look bigger than we are, because we're 270 centers strong.
We had eventually cut down to 18 full-time employees, including my wife and I and my son. And we are now up to 21, and we now are hiring 3 new employees, either in sales or production, as soon as possible. So we are really feeling that we've got an opportunity to grow.
We're up about almost 100% this year versus prior year, cycling our own numbers. So taking those first 5 months of this year versus prior year, which were AlphaGraphics, my ownership, up over 90%. So very excited, crushing our budget number, which was an aggressive number, and really looking forward to finishing the year strong.